Hi friends! Sorry I missed the video last week. My husband Loki and I actually went on a little family trip, the three of us. We got a little cabin like 2 hours outside of Nashville, and it was just a really nice, like wholesome family trip. So I didn't have a chance to film a video, but now we are back home and I'm ready to share some of my recent favorites with you all. I'd say some of these are like summer favorites, but they can really be used all year long. So let's get started first with some of the things I actually bought for our little cabin trip. So first I got this little cooler. It does have an adjustable strap that you can hang on your shoulder, and they also sell a larger size, so if you have a larger family. For us it was just the three of us, but it still fit a ton of stuff. Like we had half a gallon of milk in here, cheeses, hams, mini Gatorade bottles, mini Coke bottles. Like we had so much food in here. I'm really surprised. I don't know how it all fit, but it was the perfect size. Like we had so much space to put our stuff in. And if you unzip this is what the inside looks like. So it has that insulated material, and it also has this little plastic bin, which made cleaning it out so much easier. We could just take this out, dump the ice, give it a wipe, and we were good to go. So that is super handy. And then in the front, it also has another zippered pouch that is also insulated. So here we put some of our hams and cheeses, and it also has some pockets on the side. These aren't insulated, but if you have other things that you need to carry, you can definitely put them on there. So it was so handy for our little cabin trip, but it would obviously be great for a beach trip or anything like that, anywhere you need to bring your own food. But this kept our food cool the entire like 2-hour drive, so it was really great. And they do have a larger size as well, so if you have a larger family and need a bigger cooler, you can definitely do that as well. But it was such a handy purchase, and like I don't know why, like buying a cooler really makes me feel like a full adult now. I feel like an official grown-up now that I own my own cooler. Next thing I bought for our little cabin trip was some insect repellent. A fun fact about me is that mosquitoes absolutely love me, and I will get absolutely destroyed. So on a recent trip to Miami, I was visiting family. I would be outside for 5 minutes and have like 10 mosquito bites on my legs. Like I got completely murdered. So I knew we were going to be in the woods at the little cabin, and I'm like, I refuse to be eaten alive again. But I wanted a bug spray that like doesn't smell super strong, because I really hate the smell of bug repellent, which is why I never use it and get eaten alive. But I found this one. It's called Proven, and it's made with picaridin, I think that's how you pronounce it, instead of that other ingredient that is used in other bug repellents. I think it's like D something T, I don't remember. So I wasn't sure if it would work as well as the other one, since I've only ever used the other ingredient, but it worked really well. I did not get a single bite on me. My husband one day forgot to apply it and he got completely destroyed. So I think it definitely works. And my favorite part is that it's odorless. You can still kind of smell a little bit of that like bug repellenty smell, but it's so much less strong than like your usual repellents. I think they also have a scented version, so I don't really know how that one would smell, but I really like this one. Like I said, it's still a very faint scent, but it's so much less powerful, so like you don't have that like suffocating feeling of like you're wearing bug repellent, but it still has kind of like the same feeling, like that it's kind of like oily and stuff like that, like any other bug repellent. But it really worked, and more importantly, I will actually wear it because I don't like absolutely hate the scent. So definitely recommend, if you, especially if you go out like camping or anything like that, or bugs love to eat you like they do me, then I definitely recommend this. So a little treat that I took with us to the cabins were some face masks, and I actually forced my husband to do one. It was so much fun, but we both really like these. So it's really cool because it's like a thick material, like very jelly like, and it's really creamy white when you first put it on, and then it slowly starts turning translucent, and that's how you know that you can take it off. But I loved it. I feel like I've tried other face masks before and they leave you feeling like really goopy and like sticky. Like it almost feels like the product sits on top of your skin instead of actually like penetrating your skin. And this one, like even when I would put it on my fingers, I didn't feel sticky at all. It like absorbed right away. So I really like these masks. It's actually a Korean brand, and Koreans know their skincare, so I'm not surprised that this was such a good product. And it comes in a pack of 4, which I'm sure we're gonna go through so fast because we absolutely loved it. And even my husband liked it, and he hates like skincare products, especially on his face. Like he hates the feeling of them. We did these masks at night, and the day after we woke up with like the best skin of our lives. Like it was so soft and glowy and like amazing. So we're definitely gonna finish our pack and then buy some more. And another kind of skincare product that I've been loving, I've mentioned before that I've been like on a hinoki scented craze lately. So I've shared other lotions and other products that I've bought that are hinoki scented, and if you follow me on Instagram, I've been sharing it there. Like every single time I buy a new hinoki product, I share it with you all. So the most recent one has been this Salt and Stone body lotion. I have used Salt and Stone before. I have their hand cream in the vetiver sandalwood scent, and I really like it, but this Hinoki one is like my absolute favorite. It smells so good, and like I said, I love Hinoki, so I've been really into it. But this smells so similar to the Le Labo one. I know I shared another Hinoki cream, and that one smelled pretty similar. It definitely has more like of an earthy scent to it than the Le Labo one, but this one I think definitely comes a lot closer in terms of matching the Le Labo scent. It's still not like 100% there because like the Le Labo scents are just like so particular and like so unique, but this is definitely the closest dupe for the Le Labo like Hinoki products, if that's something that you're into. I think it is still kind of expensive. I think it was like 20 bucks, but what I've been doing, since this is obviously too little product to cover like my entire body every single time I shower, is I've only been applying it to my arms. So I just use regular like Cetaphil lotion on my legs, and then I apply these on my arms because then I can actually like smell the scent, if that makes sense. So I absolutely love this. I think they also have a body wash as well, so I might have to try that next because I still am obsessed with Hinoki. I know it's been like a couple months now and I am not over it. I absolutely love it. I don't know, it just brings me so much joy because it smells a lot like Japan obviously, and it reminds me of Japan, but it also has like this really rich smell. Like it makes me feel like really bougie and like I'm at like a very fancy spa, and obviously I want all of my shower experiences to feel like that. So I just absolutely love this product. And another skincare product that I've been loving lately, this was actually gifted to me by Jess Beauty, and it's the Sundrop sunscreen oil. I think it's such a cool product. I had never heard of like a sunscreen oil before, but so far I've been loving it. I like force myself to wear sunscreen, but I'm not a big fan of sunscreen, mostly because usually they have like white cast or like they have that very strong sunscreen smell, and I'm like not a huge fan of it. But I absolutely love this because it feels like skincare. It doesn't feel like you're applying sunscreen, if that makes sense. So it comes in this little dropper form. You just kind of like pour it out like this, and I just apply it after I do all of my skincare. I apply these, and it does still have a little bit of that sunscreen smell, but it goes away almost immediately, and it also smells a little bit like green tea because that's one of the ingredients, and it doesn't feel too oily. Now I might be biased because I have pretty dry skin, so I love like anything that has a lot of moisture and a lot of oils. I love like a face oil, but I feel like it absorbs so fast. Like I don't feel oily. I applied it today a little bit before I started filming, and you can't tell that my skin looks oily or anything. It absorbs immediately, and I think it's a Hispanic owned, woman owned business, so that was also really nice. I'm definitely going to repurchase this when I run out because I really love this product. Again, not sponsored, they did gift it to me, but I just really liked it. And another product that is also a female owned business is this tiny little makeup brush. So y'all probably know already, I don't wear a ton of makeup. I wear mascara, blush, and something on my lips usually, and that's literally it. So I didn't have any makeup brushes, but I wasn't getting like a flawless finish on my blush just using my fingers. I feel like sometimes it was kind of splotchy, so I decided to buy a little brush, and because I travel so much, I figured buying like a little travel brush would be the most convenient. So I kind of stumbled upon this one, and I just love it. Like look how cute this is. So you pop off the lid and slide this down, and there's your little brush. This one is angled, and I think they also have another one that's just more rounded, but I specifically picked this one because it said that it was for blush so that's why I got this one. And then once you're done using it, you just pull this up and close it. So I also love it because it feels like more hygienic. I can just toss it in my bags when I'm traveling, and I don't have to worry about it getting like dirty or like anything like that. So I just loved it. I thought that this was such a cool idea, and the owner has such a sweet message for her company. I think her dog had cancer, so it kind of inspired her to start her own business, and I think 10% of their profits go to a canine research fund. So I think that is just so sweet. Like obviously as a dog mom, like I love that so it's really nice to be able to support a small woman-owned business. And I will say it is kind of expensive. I think it's like $40, which I've never bought a makeup brush before, so I'm not sure if that's a normal price, but I thought it was worth it because I love being able to support a woman-owned business, and I love the idea of the profits going to canine research. So I just thought that this was such a cute product, and it's definitely one of my favorites. I'm using it every single day whenever I apply my blush, so it's just been totally worth it for me, and I wanted to share. And speaking of dogs, I actually got low-key a brand new dog shampoo. And y'all, this is bougie. Like, this is a very bougie shampoo. And I never thought I'd be that girl that buys like fancy shampoo for their dogs. It's a little bit expensive, but it is so worth it. It just smells like rich dog groomer. It smells so good. It has like a really strong fragrance smell that, like I said, it smells like you took your dog to like a really bougie groomer, but you just showered him at home. And Loki doesn't necessarily have like naturally soft fur. Like, his fur is not coarse, but it's very like short and fine, so there's like not a lot of texture to it. But he came out so freaking soft once we showered him with this. And I had seen it a lot in the reviews that like a lot of pet owners were like, oh my god, my dog feels so soft after. But I figured it was because they had like fluffy dogs. But my dog is not fluffy and he still felt so soft. We've just been smushing our faces into him and just like he smells so good. He's so soft. 10 out of 10 recommend. If you're a dog parent, like, this is gonna be your new favorite. And a little does go a long way. It lathers really well, so like you could barely tell we've used any product. So I think this bottle, even though it was a little bit more expensive, I think it's going to last us a very long time. So I'm very excited about that because it's so good. So if you don't know, we live in a 2-bedroom apartment, and one thing that nobody tells you about living in an apartment is like how little kitchen and counter space you have. And my husband and I love making protein smoothies, but we didn't want to have a really bulky blender that like would take up more counter space. So we've always used an immersion blender. If you've seen one of those before, we've always used that, and they're not necessarily made for making smoothies. So it was just very like cumbersome to make a smoothie with that. So I found out about the Beast blender I think a year ago, and I was just kind of like, oh, I don't know, because it is a little bit more expensive. But I finally decided like, okay, we're doing it, we're getting it. So I got the Beast blender with a full little set. So it does have the additional containers and additional lids, so you can blend up your smoothies and take them to go, or like stick your straw in and drink straight from the container. And y'all, I absolutely love it. It's such a compact blender. Like, it takes up no space on our counter. I think it's like this big. It's so small, and it's really powerful. Like, you press it a couple times and it's like perfectly blended, whereas with the immersion blender we had to be there like moving it around and like mixing it, make sure like like it took forever. With this one, it's literally like you press the button maybe like 1 or 2 times, hold it a little bit, and it's like perfect. My husband was honestly surprised the other day when I was making a smoothie. He heard that I pressed it like for a second, and then he was like, that's it? Like, you're done? And I'm like, yeah, that's it. It's so powerful. So obviously we've only had it for like a month and a half, so we can't say for like the longevity of the product, like how long the blades are going to last or anything like that. But so far it's worked really well. I will say though, like, we don't blend our smoothies with ice. We just put ice in later, so I don't know like how well it works with ice blending. I can definitely test it and let you all know, and maybe I could do a review in like a year or something to see like how it holds up. But for now, we absolutely love it, and I'm just kind of like, I wish that I had invested in one of these earlier, because it would have saved us so much trouble and so much time. So definitely recommend the Beast blender. Again, a summer favorite because it's perfect for smoothies, which is perfect for the summer, but you could really use it all year long. And the last favorite, you're probably gonna be like, Amaya, seriously, is this gray lounge set. If you've seen some of my other videos, I've shared this like brown lounge set before that I'm like absolutely obsessed with. I've worn it so many times, so I figured because I've worn it so much, I should probably get another color. And the other day it went on sale, so I like snatched it up immediately, and I love this gray color. I feel like the gray is like so perfect for the summertime. Like, it just feels very like bright and airy, so it just feels very like summer, but obviously you can wear it all year long. So I'm probably going to do that to like limit myself, because if not, like, I will literally wear it every single day. So maybe I'll have the gray one for like the spring and summer, and then the brown one for like fall maybe. But I like absolutely adore these. I am normally a size small in tops and medium for the bottoms, but for this one I got a medium. The shirt still fits a little bit tight on my arms, so that's why I sized up a little bit. But I just love the fit of this set. I just love the tighter, like more form-fitting top, and then the really like loose baggy pants. And obviously I love the fact that there's like inseam options, because I am 5'1", I'm super short, so I usually have a really hard time finding pants that are not like 3 miles long on my legs. So this one is perfect. It's just the right amount of like a slouchy kind of pulls around my feet without me tripping over it or anything. So I wanted to share it because it is a favorite of mine, and to the point that I've bought 2 of them, so that's how you know it's really good. But those are all my recent favorite finds. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and LTK, where I'm constantly sharing my recent finds. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all next week for another video. Bye!